healing tale from the Buddhist Tzu-Chi Dialysis Center. The floor is yours, Dylan.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. First, we'd like to thank for this opportunity given to us to share our case study. And I'm a nurse from Buddhist Tzu-Chi Dialysis Center. I'm from Penang, Malaysia. And today we'd like to share with you all on the case study on promoting health and sustainability on a plant-based diet during a pandemic. Key step, next slide please. The key step taken to reduce the impact of the climate change on health, we're focusing on the promoting of sustainability and healthy plant-based diet. And the reason for that is for mitigating emission emitted by the livestock industry, improving health and nurturing people's compassion towards animals. And at the same time, we want to reduce the waste, and there is no single plastic utensil use. So we are only using a reusable food containers, which we will wash it and sterilize it and before for the next repacking. Next slide, please. During the implementation process, Buddhist Tzu-Chi Dialysis Center, in fact, we have a policy. In fact, for all Tzu-Chi organizations globally, all over the world, we have this policy of only vegetarian food or plant-based diet within our vicinity. So, and we have been promoting plant-based diet ever since. But in 2003, during the SARS outbreak, we actively promote on the plant-based diet to mitigate global warming and to improve health and to nurture people's compassion towards animals and to help mitigate animal exploitation and the emerging zoonotic diseases in the future. Next slide, please. So during last year's, during the pandemic, we actually started off this plant-based diet meals to provide for all our patients, staff and patients' family. And for your information, we actually have a total about 280 patients, underprivileged patients, where we are providing 100% free dialysis treatment to these underprivileged patients. So during this pandemic, we were very concerned about their financial burden and of course, their access to food and their safety. So we actually started off with our meal boxes for our patients. Next slide, please. So during that time, we are very glad that we have the support from our management team and our community volunteers. So we actually started on, we had our first movement control on the 18th of March 2020. And we started our meal boxes on the 19th of March, the very next day, and we are still going on. And in fact, we just had our third MCO starting yesterday. So today is our second day of MCO. So to date, we have 99,000 over boxes have been distributed out. And we are glad that we are still going on with this project. Next slide, please. So of course, when we started this program, we actually do not have much challenges or difficult challenges because all our patients are very much aware of our vegetarian meal. So when we kickstart this program, we do have a few who resist, but with perseverance and with continuous support and education, we actually get them to go on this meals, vegetarian or plant-based diet. And at the same time, we emphasize on the reduced usage of food packaging and why we are reusing these food containers. And at the same time, on a sustainable food, and there is no food wastage. So there's a continuous education towards our patients and patients' family as well. And a great lesson learned is that we all know that plant-based diet decrease a person's risk of obesity and chronic diseases, which is very critical or put them on high risk during this pandemic. So a plant-based diet, of course, may not prevent a person from getting infected by COVID, but it might help them to support their healthy immune system to lower the risk of severe symptoms. So by reducing animal consumption, also help to mitigate animal exploitation and emerging zoonotic diseases in the future. So it also helps to create a strong awareness of the benefit of plant-based meal on health and sustainability. Next slide, please. So, in the past, that when a lot of people, including myself, we always think that plant-based or vegetarian meals is only observed or as a result of religion commitments. But nowadays, we know that plant-based diet is very much into environment protection, humanitarian factors, health reasons, and a very effective way to mitigate of zoonotic diseases. So we'll continue promote plant-based diet or vegetarianism, and is our organization's mission to continue and to be a model to promote health and sustainability through food choices. So we hope that this ethical eating to reduce environment footprint and improving health, and educate people to be more compassionate towards animal and our Mother Earth. Next slide, please. And of course, our greatest strength and pillars actually comes from our local volunteers. And we are very lucky here to have a big group of Tzu-Chi volunteers within our communities who have put in a lot of their time and effort in supporting us in this program. And it is still our mission to continue to promote a vegetarian as a way of not only to part of environment protection, but also to discipline ourselves, cherishing our own life and respecting all living beings, and cultivate patience, compassion, and wisdom. And with this, I will end my sharing, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you for this great